24RK Grey Wolf by Cherokee here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Forest River camper. This is a member of the second best-selling series of campers out there. Cherokee is just tearing it up right now. For good reason, too. I tell you, about a year and a half ago, they got their quality control under control. They got really serious about building things that come in clean, leave clean, and perform well. And that's something that I've noticed across the board at Forest River. They got real serious. They quit trying to add more brands and more trailers and more trailers. They got real serious about, let's make the ones we got really good. You know, I think they recognize that. The 24RK Grey Wolf is just a compacted version of a 274RK Cherokee. So if you like this but wish it was just a little bigger, then look at the 274 Cherokee. But the features we're going to look at, like this is all solar prep for a little solar suitcase charger that helps just keep your battery trickle charged. The shell, the features, the amenities are identical between them. This is just slightly smaller. You know, we still have we've upgraded this, by the way, to a Grey Wolf limited edition. Well, I don't have a limited sticker in front of me, or I'd point that out. Not that it matters. But long story short, this has things like a power awning, a power tongue jack, that solar charger port, an outside TV station, all kinds of things added on to it. We've got, let's see, limited package, core package, XL package, all sorts of stuff on here. So if the next one we have in stock looks a little bit different, please understand why. The dry weight on this one, where's the tag? 5193, 5,200 pounds, so potentially SUV towable to get an awesome rear kitchen couples camper. As we swing around over here, bunch of fun things to point out just in this little corner. Black tank flush system, again, just like its big brother Cherokee when you leave. This helps keep your tanks all flushed out so that you don't have any sort of residual odor when you leave your site. A little outside shower station here, not a big fancy thing, but you're going to use that literally every single camping trip. That's a handy thing. My camper doesn't have that. I always wish I did. I have a little Y splitter, a hose Y splitter where I can select left or right off the hose spigot, you know, so that one side feeds my trailer and the other side feeds a hose. So I have to lug along an extra hose. It's not a big deal, but it's convenience, and that's the whole point of recreational vehicles, is those fun things. It's supposed to just be easy. I really like this. We have seal grip slide walls. You see the cottage cheesy look here. That's what's really pulling those seals extra tight, so you don't get a seal that's half crimped in, half crimped out. When you get that, you have a leak. You know, there may be nothing structurally wrong with the trailer, but if the seal doesn't get pulled, you could have a leak. Limited package, I believe, adds the cool little travel rack on the back here. It is also your spare tire holder. You do not need to take the spare tire off to use that feature. I forgot to mention up front, there is a LP quick connect for like a gas grill. I talked about the power awning. It does have a full-on light strip under it, and it's this cool neon blue, so your campsite's going to have this really neat nighttime glow that's not really bitey on your eyes. It's pretty nice. Outside TV station. At this time, in this filming, this trailer does not include a TV from the manufacturer. What we have found is it seems to fluctuate. There are times where we can get a TV cheaper from a brand here like Forest River, or sometimes it's cheaper to get one aftermarket at a Walmart or a Target or a Best Buy or whatever. Right now, it's more price effective to grab one aftermarket, but it does still include the outside TV hookup area here. Keep in mind, this video may last, I may use it as long as a year before I reshoot this floor plan. So things like, does the TV include or not, or does the trailer include or not include a TV? Double check our MSRP sheet, because it could change. Little stuff like this, like the fact that this actually vents heat outside from your stovetop cover. You don't think about stuff like that, especially first timers. Guys, really pay attention to things like this. You don't know what you don't know, and that's why I put these videos together. Now, little campers suffer from a big problem. No windows. But they figure that out here. You've got the same big windows in this that you have in a lot of your Big Brother Cherokee models. They're just doing an ace job. And a bigger entry handle. It's something, again, you're going to use every single day. This is cool. If it's windy, you can fling the door, and it doesn't smack the side of the trailer. It's a friction sprung door. It does not require a holdback. What that means is the door is now further flush against the trailer. That sharp corner at the bottom, not going to catch your thigh, not going to catch the grandkid's shoulder or cheek. It's just easier, better, safer, and if the wind picks up, it doesn't slam shut. You know, it's very handy, very nice. Walking in here, they, not too long ago, updated their flooring in these Cherokees and Grey Wolves, and I love that almost like reclaimed barnwood look that they got going on there. Now, just like outside, above or below the awning, we have little accent light above the main slide here. I think that's just a cool touch. And again, if you're using this dinette here to sleep guests, then that light is very cool because it acts like a nightlight in here, so the kids or grandkids or guests can see their way to the bathroom. This is the natural decor. Most of your Cherokee and Grey Wolf decors are very neutral, very earthen, and very similar. So the difference between espresso and natural, I have to look twice, and I do this all the time professionally, Let's get dug in here to all the stuff that we're looking at. So in a 24-foot couples camper, in a family class camper, meaning a constructed, budget-conscious trailer, but one that's nice and reliable is what I like about these, we have central air. That's not something you always find in this class. Also, we have all LED lights. Now what's cool is this little button right here. Whoa, that was bright, sorry. This button right here is, it kind of glows in the dark a little bit. So if you're walking through at night, you can be like, oh yeah, there's my light right there. It's easy. The dinette folds down into about a 7-foot sleeper. There is storage all the way under it, and to make life simple, we've made it easy to get to that. Now check this out. This is 5/8 inch plywood here. That's exactly what your flooring is made out of too. This is tongue and groove plywood flooring. It's very strong. It helps keep the weight in check because plywood weighs less than OSB. It doesn't squeak because they have interlocking leaves, basically. You have the same pull-out drawer on that side. Now, let's start moving back to the kitchen. This pantry is awesome. You've got a floor-to-ceiling pantry in here, and I love how it's extra wide. It's very user-friendly. It's easier to get into than a thin, deep pantry. The skylight above the kitchen here with the handy little sunshade, so you're not cooking like an ant under a magnifying glass. You're not cooking while you're cooking. See what I did there? Never mind. It gives you a lot of extra light in here. And again, I don't have any of these lights turned on. I don't need to. Between all these windows, oh, come on, camera. Between all these windows, it is very comfortable and bright in here. There we go. These have a pressed sealed resin countertop. This is kind of accomplishing the same thing as a solid surface counter. But what's really cool is it does so at a very effective price point. The benefit, though, is that we still get the really cool undermounted sink. And check out how big that is. You can actually wash big stuff in there. Your sink cover, made of the same material that your countertop is, and it's flush. So you can seriously use that like countertop space. I would rather have some campers have that flimsy white countertop cover, and I'll take that over nothing. It's better than nothing, but this is better still because you can actually, you can set a bag of groceries on here, some 2-liter pop bottles. In Michigan, we call it pop. Sorry, soda drinkers or Coke drinkers, as it were. Depends on where you're at in the country, I suppose. What kind of Coke y'all want? I'll take a Pepsi. I like the window back here, but specifically in this little nook, that little power outlet, that is so smart. Because this is the perfect spot for like your blenders or your coffee makers and stuff like that. But for extra prep, you do have another outlet over here. You have awesome overhead cabinet space in here, which is really surprising. This little 24-foot kitchen really does a good job. But rear kitchens or front kitchens have more countertop space and more cabinet space than anything else in their length. And this is case in point. You still have awesome kitchen amenities here. Big drawers too. Instead of 3 small drawers, they do 2 big ones, so you can actually put big stuff like flashlights and whatnot in there. Again, compared to the 274 RK Cherokee, it is scaled down a little bit. We dropped down to the single chair, but this is perfect. And what I love about it is this chair, when you sit down, faces your dinette. It's very social. Everything is directed inward. No one the primary seating spaces look toward each other. So it's an entertainer's floor plan. If you like to have a person over and play hand of cards while we're, serving, I don't know, chips, nachos, whatever, vegetables for you healthy folks. Oh, here's another one of these recent upgrades. Your tabletop. It is actual wood. This is all real wood. This is not a pressboard table. It's because of that. Remember how I said plywood is lighter than OSB? Same concept. This real wood tabletop is stronger and lighter, and I'm willing to bet this thing's going to be very impacting with a lot of buyers, and you're going to start to see that catch on more and more. Big window, opens for cross breeze, opens for cross breeze. The window over here opens for breeze. You know, you can get some nice air moving around here. You know, not a super slide living room, but still lots of leg room. You're not going to trip over one another when you're walking through here. Very comfortable. It's got a good flow to it. Your entertainment center up here, they dress up with a little faux stone wall behind the TV area. Again, double check our options list to see if it does or does not include a TV. Now, just because we're not in the kitchen doesn't mean we don't still get those sealed countertops I was telling you about. They just do a little different color over here. See those USB plugs right next to the door? That is just the perfect phone charge station right there. And this stereo does everything. AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth. It does everything. And Furion Electronics are good stuff. By the way, I love the, this is actually a print on the door, but it gives it that look of kind of like being burned in a little bit. And a fifth wheel shower and a 24-foot couples camper. I was not expecting that. When I first saw this model, I'm like, okay, it's going to have a normal travel trailer tub, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I was wrong. And again, little couples camper, but a big sink you can actually use. And I apologize for the morning light here. Morning light is very hard to work with on the camera. We also have one of the largest medicine cabinets in this class. That is something the Cherokee family of RVs is good at. Kind of like that outside shower. It doesn't seem like a big deal. You're like, yeah, so what, buddy? I'm telling you, if you go camping, you're going to use this thing every day, and it keeps all the crap off your bathroom sink. It keeps it all up in here. You don't have to tuck stuff away when you leave. It's just, again, it's those little peace of mind and convenience factors. And look at all the legroom for the toilet. You can really stretch out in here, and we have a privacy door to the bedroom. We have a privacy door to the bathroom. Speaking of this bedroom privacy door, again, if you do have somebody sleeping on the dinette with you, grandkid, guest, whatever, everybody can use the middle bathroom without actually disturbing the people at the other sleeping location. That's something that I like about this. We do have a skylight above the shower, not just the power vent fan above the shower. And even the power vent fan is upgraded to a full Create-A-Breeze fan to give you way more airflow. And I've had people ask me, why don't they seal the top of these doors? That's because of these ceiling fans. It still allows air exchange. One of the main reasons for this fan is heat exhaust. You can set this fan to suck heat out, basically. Well, heat rises. So the ceiling of your camper has a blanket of hot air. This will pull that blanket and exhaust it out of the RV, which then naturally pulls the other warmer air up. Air goes from a place, heat moves from a place of highest concentration to lowest. So if it's warmer down here, and you suck all the hot air out, the hot air that exists will move up and exhaust out. It's science. It's science. Remember Bill Nye and Mr. Wizard? Love those shows. The stool, you notice, is a foot flush, and I love all the linen space back here. That's just really smart. The bedroom is a little small, but you got to remember, a 24-foot camper with a nice living room and whatnot, you couldn't ask for more. But the thing is, it's not any smaller than anything else I've ever seen. It's not like totally cramped and compact. And it's a bedroom. It's a utility space. It's doing everything it needs to. Notice we have an easy walk-around bed, though, so you don't have to tiptoe around the bed. Both sides of the bed do still have CPAP stands or phone charge stands or whatever you feel like calling them. Both sides of the bed still have wardrobes. We still have LED lighting here in the bedroom. I've seen a couple crafty guys try to put LED lights in the living room to wow people and then go to incandescents everywhere else and cheat. You know, if they're willing to lie to you about just even something like the lighting, I wonder what's under the skin. That's just a personal question I have. Oh, also, bedroom does have a little TV station up here as well. So you actually have 3 entertainment zones. It just depends on how many TVs you want to buy. But one of the cool things is they all share the same TV bracket. So, and the other half of this bracket comes included with the camper, whether the TV is included or not. So if you get a little 19 to 22 inch TV, you can have one TV move between the bedroom, the living room, and outside of the RV. It can float easily. And also, I forgot to mention, here in the bathroom, we still have the cool countertops, so that when you splash water around, it doesn't cause any damage, you know? I mean, man, like I said, there's a reason this thing is such a good, strong seller. And Cherokee's been a top 5 brand for so many years, but they found that little it factor, and they got the right things in the right places, and they are killing it. And like I said, my favorite part about them is how serious they got about their quality control. You know, they're all man-made. Every camper's man-made, and they'll never fail to show you. But wow, did these guys really just cut the rate of their warranty claims has just fallen off the charts compared to a year and a half ago. I'm super impressed with it. It's something I like selling because I don't worry about my customers coming back and Josh, I got a problem with my camper you just sold me for thousands of dollars. I don't worry about that with these. I like selling these because they stay in your driveway and they don't come back to mine. And that's kind of the whole point of this endeavor, isn't it? Have fun, not stress. Give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping.